Hello everybody, welcome, come on in. Let me jump on my device here, see if I can find us. It says I'm on there. There we go. Almost. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm so glad you are here. My name is Kristen Conant and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome, you're joining me live in the Create with Love studio. To those of you that are following me, have been following me, welcome back. To those who may be new, hello. I'm glad you found me. If you could do me a favor, could you like and follow me here on Facebook? Likewise, if you want to keep up with all the videos, would you go over to Create with Love on YouTube and hit the bell and follow me there as well. I'd love to have you. Before we get started on today's crafting, we are going to talk about a couple of things. Just a quick reminder, we have 2 new kits that were added to our kit collection in on the 5th of May. We have a balloon kit. They are cards. You get to do 3 each of 3 different cards, and they're balloons, so they can be birthday, anniversary, congratulations, all the things. Then we also have another kit, again, 3 each of 3 different cards. And this one is entitled Serene Scene. So if you haven't checked out our kits, go ahead and after the live and go online and check everything out. Also, it started on May 5th. If you would like the best deal in town on all your stamping supplies, you can join and be one of the Create with Love stampers. And be on our team. We have 2 new starter kits right now, and they are fantastic. The first one is $160 total of anything you want, your choice. Our kits are usually $125 for $99. This month, you get to pick $160 worth of stuff for $99. Or, we have 2 options. The second option is the $125 of whatever you like. But then you could opt in for the 5 new in color ink pads for free. That is a $63 value for free. If you'd like more information on becoming a Create with Love team member, please reach out to me because I sure would love to have you on our team. We have so much fun. We do weekly Zoom calls where we just go over any questions you might have. I'm teaching things on there. We do stamping challenges. We just have a lot of fun when we're together. Okay, real quickly, what's going on here in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio? I hold classes on a consistent basis. And so let me tell you what my calendar looks like. So typically the first and last Monday of every month, I do a product-based class. The products are different, as are the cards that we do. This class, you do need to RSVP with prepayment for each one 3 weeks prior because I am not allowed to cash and carry products. I have to order those products, get them here, cut your card kits, and have everything ready for you to play so that you don't have to do any cutting. All you have to do is do the stamping when you come. We want you to do all of that. There will be leftovers from the items that you have purchased for the class, and you get to take those home and create to your heart's content with the items that you have left over. Then the second Monday of every month is our 10-card class. At the 10-card class, you do need to RSVP 2 weeks prior so that I can cut the card kits. You do not need to prepay. just because everybody stamps at a different pace. Some make all 10 when they're here, some don't do all 10. So the fee depends on how many cards that you make. But the 10 card class is a great way to restock your card stash at home to have those quick on-hand cards ready to send out when those things arise. Then the third Monday of every month, I do my 6 card class. At my 6 card class, we do 3 different cards. You do 2 of each of the cards. This one, you also need to RSVP 2 weeks prior to the class, but you don't need to prepay because you have an option. You can either pay for the class, that is $30 for the class, or it can be free that night when you place a $35 order online. Free cards, right? So with that, let's talk about classes coming up real quickly, and then we can get started on today's cards. So the first class that I have coming up in June, it is already too late to RSVP, but I want to tell you what you're missing out on. On June 1st, we are doing the Waterside Retreat. Can't wait to have those of you who have already RSVP'd and saved your spot here. We are going to have some fun cards to make. Monday, June 8th is our 10 card class. Monday, June 15th is our 6 card class. Then the end of June, June 29th, we are going to be doing the Valley in Bloom suite of products. In this one, you will be receiving the Shimmering Dots, the Luxe White specialty paper, the Valley in Bloom 12 by 12 DSP. Fee for this class is $47, and it is due to me by June 8th. So I wanted to let you know the date on that. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. The suite of products that we are going to be using is in the brand new catalog that came out on May 5th. July's class, again, first and last Monday of the month are product based. Second Monday is 10 card class. Third Monday is 6 card class. I gotta get a drink. Hold on. Sorry about that. I could feel me starting to choke. So the first Monday in July, which is the 6th, we are going to be doing the Scenic Coast suite of products. That one is $52 and is due to me by June 15th. So I wanted to let you know on the product-based classes right now because we're approaching deadlines. So, again, Valley in Bloom will be the end of June. First part of July is the Scenic Coast. So if you want in either of those classes, let me know right away. The end of July, we will be doing the Velvet Meadow suite of products. That one is $56 and is due to me by July 6th. So we have a little bit of time with that one. Then the first Monday in August will be the Moonlit Flora class. This one is $43, due to me by July 13th. Then again, second Monday, 10 card class. Third Monday, 6 card class. And then the last Monday in August, we haven't yet set the product or the suite that we're going to be focusing on. I just got my information on there, so I'm deciding between 2 different suites. But I wanted to let you know before the last Monday of the month, that Friday before, because the last Friday of the month is right before the last Monday of the month, I am going to be doing my catalog launch party. Stampin' Up, if you haven't heard, Stampin' Up has gone from 1 annual catalog a year to now 3 catalogs a year. Excuse me. And so right now we have a brand new catalog that came out May 5th, and it goes to the very end of August. So toward the end of August, again, the last Friday of the month, we are going to do a catalog launch party, and I will be introducing those who are here in person to that next catalog. And we as demonstrators, one of the perks, besides that awesome kit right now, one of the other perks for being a demonstrator is you get to pre-order brand new products before anybody else. We get a chance to play with new things before everybody else gets to see them. So if that's up your alley, if you don't like missing out and you want to get things right away when everybody else does, talk to me and we'll get you on our team. So with that, after the end of August, we will have another catalog that will go from September through the end of December. It could very possibly go into sometime in January. I don't know the dates on that specifically until I see the catalog. So with that, anything that I have just shared with you, if you have any questions about, please reach out to me. There are no dumb questions, okay? So don't get embarrassed by any questions. Let me get you the answers to your questions, okay? All right, guys, are you ready for today's projects that I have scheduled and created for you guys? I cannot wait to share these with you. So right now I'm going to turn the camera around. If you get seasick at all, now is when you want to grab a drink, go grab a paper and pencil to take notes and get ready for the projects. I'm going to cover the camera. I'm going to turn it down and around so that you can see my desktop for the creativity. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right, I need to make an adjustment. Hold on. Again, sorry. There. Ah, that's much better. Sorry about that. If you are on here, please say hello so that I can say hi to you. So this is our brand new catalog that came out on May 5th. Again, it goes to the last day of August. So you have a little time yet. If you would like one of these, let me know. And I just realized I have moved my paper that has my QR codes and everything on them, and I don't know where I might have put them. Well, darn. My QR codes, you could take a snapshot of it and go right to my page. Now I gotta locate that. Anywho, if you are not currently working with the demonstrator and you would like a catalog, let me know. I'd like to get you a copy for you. Also, just to let you know, if you have been following stamping for a while, you might already know this, but not all the products that we have are in a publication in a catalog. If you would like to see everything that we have, you do need to log online and go into the store so that you can see all the last chance items, all the online exclusive, all the kits, plus the catalog. There is so much to see. So yeah, you want to do that. Okay, Stampin' Up! Started back in December. We started doing Product of the Month. What is Product of the Month? Product of the Month is a product that Stampin' Up! Designs for us, the consumers. And when you reach a $75 order before shipping, handling, and tax, you can choose the Product of the Month. And I have gotten one surprise every month since they started it. And May's Product of the Month is something we have never had before. And that is this beautiful vellum. It is more opaque in color than what you are used to from most vellums. And it is heavyweight. Is it more consistent with a cardstock vellum, if you've ever worked with different vellums before. But again, a $75 order, you can choose the Product of the Month for just $5 added into your order. So this month we have this pattern, which is our brand new Peaceful Pine Green with dots on it. Then we also have this floral design that you can fussy cut all of these images out if you wish, or you can use it for sure, just like it is. We have this one that is more garden-esque, if you will, and it is a clearer background, but again, with all these pretty floral images on there. And then our last one is this Fresh Freesia plaid. Love this. There's 4 different patterns. You get 3 sheets of each of these. So you get 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these for $5. Yes. So don't miss out on that. But that is what I'm going to be focusing on today. So, well, what are you going to use with it? You need stamps with it, right? And all the things. So let's talk about that. I'm going to be using some of our rhinestone basic jewels. I'm going to be using some of our linen thread. If you've been following me for a while, you know I love to use linen thread for a lot of different things. It is so versatile. Then I'm also going to be incorporating the stylish shapes on one of the cards, in particularly the circles. And then on another card, I am using one of my favorites. Now, remember when I said there are last chance items, so you don't want to miss out on these, because the last chance items, once they are gone, they are gone. This is one of my favorites, and I'm so heartbroken over this one because I love the shape of this die. This is called the Branching Out. It is a bundle if you want. You can get these separate too. The stamp set can be purchased separate from the dies, but check out the shape of these dies. I just love them because they're so universal for any stamp set. So I use those quite a bit. Then the stamp set star of the show is in the brand new mini catalog, and I'm going to be using the Scalloped Blooms just for the greetings, because they have general greetings in here, and I love these. So I am going to be using these. Okay. In addition to those, my ink colors today, we just have 2 of them, Fresh Freesia and Peaceful Pine. Okay. I am going to be using all my tools, all my favorite tools. And so let's talk about card number 1. Card number 1 is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is Fresh Freesia. So I scored it. Then you line up the corners. And for this part, I need to be off of my mat because I need a good, nice, firm surface. So I'm going to give my crease a good burnish so that the card lays flat. I also need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. I need a piece of bubble bath that is 4 by 5 1/4. I need a piece of basic white that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I need another piece of basic white that is 1/2 inch by 3 1/4. I need another piece of Fresh Freesia that is 1/2 inch by 3 5/8. And then a couple more pieces, 2 more pieces. I need a piece of DSP. This one I'm using that nice floral garden one that is 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. So I'm using this one. And then I am also using, a piece of that same pattern that is 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And one more piece of vellum that is 1/2 inch by 3 5/8. This one is the purple plaid. Okay, so let's put these together. These are going to be quick cards today. So I'm going to do my stamping first. So I'm going to bring in my mat, and on this one I'm going to be using the Fresh Freesia. So I'm going to ink up my greeting, and because it's a photopolymer stamp, you can look down through and see exactly where you're stamping. Just give the ink a minute to transfer. And there we go. That is it for the stamping. I told you these cards are just going to be simple today, but beautiful. Okay. And so now I am going to use my Stamp and Seal on the back of the vellum. Just to see, yep, that is the dull side is what I was looking for. And I'm using this adhesive so that you can't see the adhesive on the back. And so this one, again, is the 1/2 inch by 4 inch, and that is going on the bottom here. And this is why I'd hear it first. If it's a little bit longer, you just take your scissors and give it a press. Okay, and so now I am going to use this adhesive, which is our Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. Put adhesive on the back. This is the liner for our card. And so that is going on the inside. Hey, Dawn, hiya. Sorry, I just looked up. Welcome. And so I'm going to put adhesive. Now see, I don't know if I'm in view or not. I'm going to put some of our seal on the back of the purple one. And this time I am using the Fresh Freesia cardstock, which is the same color that the vellum is, because it deepens the purple, and I wanted the purple to be more dominant. Okay, and so on here now, on this vellum, I want to make sure I'm on the right side. One side is more colorful than the other. Again, I'm going to put some adhesive, our Stamp and Seal, and then this is going to get centered on the basic white. Okay, and so now I need to put adhesive on the back of this one, and this one is going to go on here just a little off center so that it's got a little bit of character to it. And then this one, we're going to put adhesive on here. And then this one is also going to go on here, like so. And now we need to put our strips on. This one is going to go on here, like so. And then this one, I'm going to use my dimensionals. And this one is going to go and before I do that, I'm going to add a bow to this. This is our linen thread that was 7 inches long that I went ahead and tied in a bow. And so now I'm just going to take a glue dot, and that is going to go on the back of here And then my bow is going to go on like this. And then this is now going to go on here like so. And where did I put my embellishments? Let's pull this out. I should have did that when I talked about it, but it's all good, right? So now we are going to take and let's put one up here. Let's put one over here. And then lastly, let's put one of these, if I can pick it up. I'm going to get my snips. I like using my snips for my embellishments better. Let's put one of those down. Let's do it down here, like so. There we go. There's card number 1. Isn't that pretty? I love this vellum. You get to working with this vellum, and you're going to quickly fall in love with it. Just saying. Okay, let's go on to card number 2. Card number 2, we are starting with a piece of Peaceful Pine. Again, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to line up the corners. So we still have a couple weeks left in May for the product of the month, but if the product of the month doesn't sell out, you could actually get another one if you want, but there is a catch to that. You have to do 2 separate $75 orders. So say you didn't get April's product of the month either. If once you hit a $75 order, it is going to ask you if you want to take and look at the product of the month, and you can look at each one that is left that is available if you have not gotten it, okay? If you want April's, then you have to close out that order, do another separate order for $75, and then you could add in another product of the month. So that's how you can do it. Thanks, Dawn. So yes, you can do that. So this is, again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I need a piece of my new favorite in color. This is 4 by 5 1/4 of our new hydrangea hue. I need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. I need 2 pieces of Peaceful Pine that are 1 inch by 3 3/4. 2 of those. I need a piece of fresh freesia that is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Excuse me. Then I need 2 pieces of the dotted green vellum that are 1 inch by 3 3/4 inches. I need, again, another piece of that garden floral piece, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Another piece of that green dotted vellum that is 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And then, oh, I did use the circles on 2 different ones. The stitch circles, the stitch shapes. Oh my goodness. Let's say that again. The Stylish Shapes dies. And I used one of the smaller circles on a piece of white that was 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, and went ahead and die cut that one already. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with my greeting so that it has a chance to dry, and I'm going to pull in our brand new Peaceful Pine in color ink pads. Now remember, if you want to be a savvy shopper and get a discount on all of your stamping supplies, these are something you can get in your starter kit right now for free. The 5 new in color ink pads. So you would get 1 each of the 5 new in colors. But these ink pads are our brand new style. Look how easy these are to open. And did you hear that? They are magnetic, so they are held together by a magnet. Now, on the back of these, you get the labels, and you can see here, this one is white, and so is this one, because I've already used the labels. Now, this is how I like to use mine. Okay, so you have the top and the bottom that are separate, right? So this one, you need to know which lid it is, right? So I put one of those on this part so that you know what color it is. It's on the back if you want to leave it. These are actually meant so you can remove them. So if you want to know what the lid is right here. And then I also like to know what color this is when it's open. So I put one of those on here. And on the top of, or the bottom of the ink pad is the main one. So that's why I like to label that one, so my tops and my bottoms match back up. So these are wonderful. These are a little bit narrower than our other ink pads, but they're just a little bit longer. And we are back to our linen style pads, which I'm so happy about. So I'm going to ink this up and stamp that right in the middle, just like so. So again, if you want those free, let me know. I can hook you up. Okay, so let's put our card together. And so I am going to, again, put some seal on our vellum. And you might be wondering why I have my silicone craft sheet out here. Well, number one, it protects. So if you get adhesive somewhere other than on your paper, you can clean it up real easy. But the other reason I have this out is because it helps for my tape runner to work better. Love that. So let's go ahead and put this on the inside of our card. I was trying to think of what I wanted to do next, right? Which way did we go? Okay, so here is this one. This is going to go on the inside. Again, that is our liner. Then we are going to take our hydrangea hue, and I'm going to put adhesive on the outside of this, and then this is going to go on here like so. Now we've got all of our pieces here of our vellum, so let's put adhesive on these. And again, these are going to match up with the same color cardstock. Okay, so if they're a little bit off, this is why you do these first. Okay, so got that matched up. Boy, can tell I need my eyes checked. Whee! Okay. Okay, let's do our next one. If the adhesive isn't there, just roll it forward a little bit. It'll come. It's because I'm not breaking my adhesive the way you're supposed to. And I'll tell you what I mean here in just a minute. Let me get this on the cardstock. There we go. Again, I need a little cleaning up here. All right. Okay, so now on to our garden piece. This is what I mean by breaking the bond. Once you pull it and you get to the end, just tip it forward, and that breaks the adhesive so that the adhesive starting is right where you need it to be when you're ready to use it. Okay, and then this again, see if we cut this one right. Nope. Oh my gosh, it's all right. Okay, should have brought, I think it's here somewhere. I just have to find it. Yep, and I'm going to, for my next one, maybe, here it is. At one time, we had this little trimmer that was one of our perks for signing up to be a savvy shopper. And I love this thing. I still use it every day for doing fine detail work like that. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. So now, let's put our card together. So we are going to put adhesive on the back of this one. And this is going to go on here with 3 equal borders, top, bottom, and to the right. And then I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this one. Again, going all the way to the left this time. Again, equal borders, top, bottom, and left. Okay, this one's top, bottom, and right. And then this one, when we put adhesive in here, this one just needs to take up right there in the middle, like so. And now I need dimensionals on the back of this one. Yeah, I'll do 2. Okay, so there is that. This is going to go on here like so. And then I'm going to put a bow on this one. And this time I use 2 7-inch pieces of linen thread held together to do my bow. Put those on there like that. And now we just need to put some gems on. And so we are going to do a medium one. Let's do a small one. And then I'm going to do a large one down here, like so. There is card number 2. What do you guys think of that one? And I've already lost the first one I did. Oh my gosh, I need somebody here to keep me straight. Okay, these next 2 cards actually came off from the flyer of the advertisement that Stampin' Up! Has for us to hand out to promote the product of the month. And so this one, we are using a piece of basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5, again, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to give this a burnish. And there's that ready to go. I need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. This is for the liner on the inside of the card. Then I need a piece of basic white that was 3.5 by 3.5. Remember those circles? I went ahead and already cut that one out, so it's ready to go. And then I need another piece of basic white that is 1/2 inch by 2 inches for my greeting. And then I need a piece of Peaceful Pine that's 1/2 inch by 3 1/4. And now for our vellums, I needed a piece of the purple plaid 3 by 3. And again, I went ahead and die cut that ahead of time. And then I need a piece of the green polka dot that's 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. I need a piece of the garden floral, 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And then I need another piece of the garden floral that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then the other piece of vellum that has all the flowers and the greenery and things that you can fussy cut. I went ahead and fussy cut a cluster of our berries. Okay, so now this card, let's see. Let's stamp our greeting first. And so this one, I am going to use my, Peaceful Pine ink pad. And because our stamps are photopolymer, you can look down through and ink up just the words that you want to use. And so I want the words, thank you. There is a bigger thank you in the kit. I wanted a smaller thank you. And so there we stamped that. So that one is now ready to go. I'm going to close that up. That is it for the stamping. So let's go back to putting this together. So this is the inside of my card. So again, putting seal on there. And then this, I didn't start it out. I keep pulling it short. There we go. There we go. Okay, and again, it's just a little bit long, so let's snip that off. And let's put adhesive on the back of here. This is going to go on the inside of our card. So make sure that I have the opening the right way. Ask me why. You can guess. Yep, that's all right. I'll let you. Okay, let's take this one. We are now going to put adhesive across here. Across here. And I am going to put some up the sides this time because it's a big piece. And this one, I'm going to start in the lower left corner, line up my left side first, and then bring it to the right. There we go. See how instantly you can have pretty paper? Love it. Okay, now the next thing I need to do is I need to put adhesive on my circle, and this one is going to get adhered all the way over to this side. And now this one, I'm going to stay with the seal because of the vellum on the top of the card. This one is going to go over here like so. And then I need seal on here. And then this one goes on here. Okay. And now this one's going to get adhesive on the back of here. And this one is going to go across here. Okay. And then this guy, we're going to get some adhesive on him. And this one is going to go up here like so. And then this one is going to get dimensionals, excuse me, on here. And just like the first card, I'm going to take a 7-inch bow. So 7-inch piece of my linen thread, created a bow. This is going to go on here. Peel off the backings. And then this one is going to go right across here, like so. Excuse me. And now let's put some gems on here. So let's do a large one. Oop. Let's do a small one. And then let's do a medium one down here. There we go. There is card number 3. We have one more to make, but then I've got a couple other projects that I want to share with you guys. So just hold tight. Okay, so this next card, yikes, don't lose my pieces. Okay, so this next card, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's fold these. And burnish. Okay. I need a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white as well for the inside for the liner. I need another piece of basic white that was 2.5 by 3 3/4. Remember that my favorite dies that are in the last chance? Yep, we're going to use one of those. So there is that. Then I need another piece of basic white that is 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. And then our vellum, I need a piece of the purple vellum, the purple plaid, again 4 1/4 by 5.5. And then another piece of this one, 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And then that garden one, again, what has all the images that you can fussy cut. I did the leaves, I did a red flower, a blue flower, and another cluster of the berries, okay? And so this time I want, oh my goodness, I put it way over there. I want my fresh freesia and my greeting. And so I'm going to take this, ink up my stamp with the fresh freesia. And that's going to go right here in the middle, like so. So that is done now. Okay, and so now let's put our card together. So again, let's grab our liner. This is the purple. Put adhesive on the back of our vellum. Line this up at the bottom. Okay, this is going to get turned off here. Let's put adhesive on the back of this. Okay, all right. Then this is going in here. Again, this is our liner. Okay, then on the back of this one, again, I need adhesive. All 4 sides, because this is the same size as our card front, so I want it to stay down. And it looks like my card base is a little bit bigger. It's okay. Put it down. See that? We can trim that off afterwards. It's not a big deal. Okay, so now I am going to take this and I am going to put dimensional on the back of this. Okay, and peel these off. This is going to get centered-ish on here, okay, like so. And so now we just need to start putting on our pretties. So let's put adhesive on here. And this is going to go like there. And then I want this one next. And this one is going to go over here like so. And then I am going to put on our red flower. And this one is going to go on here like so. And then I need my blue flower. And this guy is going to go here like so. And now I need my greeting. And I think it's too chunky looking for me, so I am going to just quickly fussy cut. I know some of you are going, what? Because some of you are not fussy cutters. That's okay. You can do whatever you wish. There's just sometimes, I think, calls for fussy cutting. You know what I mean? And so we're going to take just a couple of seconds here and fussy cut our greeting. Just because I felt like it took away from the flowers too much. Just my personal choice. You do you. It's all good. That's the cool thing about creating, right? We can do what we each like. So see, I like that better. You can see all the things better, right? Okay, so now let's turn that over. And I have some mini dimensionals here. So we are going to put some mini dimensionals. And I might even need to do, nope. I was going to say double stacker. But we're going to, yeah, I'm going to cut some of this. And I am going to cut a section of this. And this is how you can build up your greeting if you need to, because this white piece is on a dimensional and this is going on a dimensional. It'll be twice the thickness, right, to get it to be the same height. So I'm taking another dimensional wedge that is the same size and just making a sandwich with them, putting one on top of the other. And it'll make more sense here in just a second. Peel off my backings. And then when this goes on here, because the tail of this is hanging off, now this stays level because it hangs off over there. And so now I'm going to take my bow, again, that I did with 2 pieces of 7-inch linen thread, pick up a glue dot, and then this is going to go over here to the side. And so let's give this a little trim again, like so. Okay, and now let's just zhuzh it up a bit with some of these, and I'm going to take a medium one, put one over here, and then I'm going to take 2 little ones, one up here and one over here like so. There are 4 cards for today. Don't go away. I've got a couple other things that I want to share with you, projects that were done. Let me bring in, oh my gosh, the 4 cards from today first so you can see them. So this was card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and card number 4. What do you guys think of those? Do you like those? Okay, Stampin' Up! Holds classes online for anybody who wants to participate, whether you're a demonstrator or not a demonstrator. We just had a class yesterday that was amazing. It was called Paper Mixer, and that's because we used a few different DSPs together and created these projects. The class was $30, and I believe you can still purchase it. Yes, the live is already done, but if you purchase it, you will get, hey guys, welcome, thank you. You can go online, watch the videos, and make these projects. And it was so much fun. This was our first project that we did. And so we did the belly band. We created our own envelope. This takes a minute to get off. Anyways, you open up the envelope, and then you pull this out, and here is our card. This is ends up being 5 by 5, and it's a trifold card. This one pulls out like so, and then we have gems on here, and look, even the back is fancied up. Isn't that cute? So that was project number 1. Project number 2 was this one. Again, we created an envelope, and you pull this one out, and this card opens like, like this way, and then it opens this way. Isn't that cool? Love this, and this goes tucked right in there. Then the next project we did is this little box. Isn't this the cutest? So cute. A little heart embellishment up here. And then this opens up. This slides up out of the top. And then you can fill your box with goodies. And then that tucks right in to close, to stay closed. Isn't that clever? Oh, I pulled this one off. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's what we make adhesive for, right? We have lots and lots of adhesive. There we go. Right back on. See? Problem solved. So that was project number 3. And then our last project is this one. We wrapped some strips of paper around paper. And then we used some of the die cuts, and then we stamped a greeting. This one can fit a 3 by 3 picture, and then you can put this in another picture frame if you wish to put it on the wall, or you can mount this to a 12 by 12 piece of paper and expand on it, or whatever size album you want. So if you did not take this class, you are missing out. Oh my gosh, the artisans are amazing. You get directions for these projects so that then you can go and create your own with whatever DSPs and things that you have on hand. You're with amongst other stampers, and it is just so much fun. Again, you can purchase that online just like you would order any other items. You can purchase the Paper Mixer class and then go on and watch the videos. It's one video and it goes from one project to the next. There is a break in between them, but the cool thing about having the recording is you can pause it as you need to make the projects. So check it out. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I will see you again next Friday at 2 p.m. for Live on Friday. Have a great week, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Be safe. Have a good time. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.